Monday Night Raw. And what do we do on Monday Night Raw? Normally we complain about things. I'm starting to wonder about that tradition that we came down through the years, starting from... When did we start Raw? Didn't Trey from VA? I think TNT started Raw. Because that was the night we'd come in and beat up on our team. Everything we hated about the 49ers from 2015 and all. Oh, it's been a long time. It's been a long time coming, but we done arrived. I may have to change that name, though. Monday nights come, now that Kyle Shanahan's going to be on until 2025, I think Monday night is going to have to be altered from that concept soon. As I mentioned yesterday, the Jimmy G Traveling Band, we're an American band. No, not that kind of band. The Jimmy G Traveling Band is about to hit the road on their way to Nashville, Tennessee area, where tight end George Kittle, wide receiver Trent Taylor, quarterback C.J. Beathard spend their off seasons. But guess who else is about to join the band? Debo! Mrs. Samuels, baby boy, has been training in Houston, as you know, Texas, with teammates Jerick McKinnon and Trent Williams. He'll travel to Tennessee to join Garoppolo for them throwing sessions and start getting sharp, getting ready. You know, I'm glad he's leaving Texas. What's going on in Texas, man? Zeke testing positive? I saw the headline. I didn't even get into it. I said, Zeke tests positive for COVID-19 and some more Houston Texans. And I understand there's a spike going on in Texas with people. Look, this virus has got to go away. Okay, you know what? At least fans are being considered. We got to get into the stadium, man. We got to make some noise. Breathe. Grab your ears. Say, woosah. It's very important right now to stay calm because, I'm telling you, man, this is why I like about this particular Monday. Good news for a change, man. I'm tired of bad news on a daily basis. If it ain't riots in the streets and COVID-19, I'm telling you, man, come on, man. The world gets straight a minute. I digress. Headline news, 49ers extend Kyle Shanahan through 2025. Fam, remember 4 years ago, we were pleading with Jed York. Planes flying overhead. Get the hell out of town, Jed! Things have changed so much since, that was like 2015 when they hired Jimmy T and Harbaugh just left and we were just getting our brains beat out. It was just a bad time. And, sell the franchise. Forget about it. No, forget about it. I haven't heard from him in a long time. Anyway, Coach Shanahan and the 49ers have agreed on a new contract that extends him for 6 more seasons through 2025. And that according to Adam Schefter of ESPN, so you know it's not a lie. The deal gives Coach Shanahan some of the strongest job security in the NFL and is a major statement from 49ers ownership that they believe Shanahan is the kind of coach they want leading their franchise for years to come. And we're talking about a coach that went from 6-10, as I just got through crying about and remembering and feeling that pain all over again, in his first season, leading the 49ers, and 4-12 in his second. And remember, fam, the whispers? If Kyle Shanahan does that again, I want his butt fired. Fast forward, heading into his third season that he was on that hot seat, him and Bobby Saleh, get him out of here. Ain't got no talent, but we're firing him, right? I mean, and take John Lynch with him. We were an impatient bunch back then. We had a right to be to some degree. I mean, we was getting tired of getting beat. We're not a franchise that handles that very well. We never did. We're one of them teams that had a franchise that had a dynasty, and we're still trying to get back to it. And I got to tell you right now, I think we're headed in that direction. But in year 3, it became clear The 49ers went 13-3 and got to the Super Bowl. Shanahan proved he was building a champion. Clearly, it was obvious. We just couldn't see it. We heard about brick by brick and all that stuff, but we was getting impatient. 13-3. Jed said, enough! Went in there and this is my dude. And what what really made this deal unique, fam, was that it wasn't a protracted negotiation between Jed York and Coach Shanahan. No, not all. Yeah, just two guys sat down, quickly figured out what each other meant to the other, committing to their second 6-year contract in just over 3 years, and with good reason. Shanahan is regarded as one of the best play callers in the league and one of the top offensive minds in the game. Ain't no doubt about that. It's clear. You can look around, other teams. This is why every year when we start talking about it, they look like we might have trouble with them. No, we're not. No, we're not. I think at this point, this year, this will be when the 49ers realize other teams are not better than they are. We can start to understand other teams are not better. They may have a day where they might get a jump or beat on us, but man for man, coach for coach, ain't nobody better than the Niners. And by the way, here's the thing. Shanahan has also helped form one of the most progressive and diverse coaching staffs in the league. I've been impressed with that for a while. I just didn't get real loud about it. But of the 49ers' 23 assistant coaches, 11 are coaches of color or women. Among them are assistant head coach John Embry, who's black, defensive coordinator Robert Saleh, believed to be the league's first Arab-American coordinator when the 49ers hired him in 2017. So, here's the question, fam. You're sitting in fine company, ain't you? How are you feeling about having Shanny around for years to come? Is this all right with you? Rhetorical question, right? Are you counting them Lombardies? The Niners been crying about that number 6 for how long? Shh. I got a feeling pretty soon we're going to be crying and complaining about where's number 10? Because you know how we do. We ain't never satisfied. Well, we are. But we ain't satisfied because we have no reason to be satisfied with mediocrity. This ain't Seattle. This ain't L.A. We don't win division championship banners. We're about championships. See, when Jed said that, I've never gotten over that. He said that as cool and calm as can be. Everybody else is talking about everything else. We don't hang banners. We win championships. That's what we're about. That's what the 49ers are about. That's what the legacy says we are. And we shall continue to be. And now, Jed, for all his boneheadedness early on, has straightened himself out. Hey, so, and fam, can I get an amen on Jed York and the 49ers? Woo! Damn, pumped today. God, I love this. Deb, hey, Deb. Thanks, Deb, for that contribution. You say, Ronbo, the faithful are ready to be legendary for a long time. Hashtag, let's go, baby. You're right, Deb. And I want to say hello to Christopher Hengler. Is that right? Hingeler. That's a vowel consonant fun thing there. Thanks, Phil. He says, bless the love, more love in these times. Go 49ers, drive for the 6. We're not questing anymore. We're driving. I like that even better. Bob Money. So how come we signed Kyle Shanahan, but we haven't signed George Kittle and John Lynch? I was about to get to that too. Now I know about George Kittle. I understand that situation. It's all I'd like to do with all players. Why didn't Jed go upstairs or to the next room and say, John, can we talk? Yeah, boss, what? Check that out and see what you think. Yeah? Listen, I tell you what, let me think about this. Not. Jed, I'm delighted. I don't know what they're going to do with that. I got the same feeling, though. Because Kyle can make that call. It's Kyle's call anyway. Remember, because he wants his coach to pick his GM. If Kyle likes John's around forever. DJ Malone says, hey, how are you doing? Hey, I'm glad they extended Shanahan. I'm feeling a bit under the weather today, so this will be my transmission. Legendary Revenge Tour, #Legendary Revenge Tour 2020. Thanks, DJ Malone. Man, yeah, you've never called, you've never given me a note saying you weren't feeling good, man. I hope you're feeling better soon. Hang out, man. Maybe we'll make you feel better in a little while, okay? Avatar Singh says, this is great news for Niners Empire. He is a tremendous coach and a hell of a person. Go Niners. Quest 46 says, hey, Ronbo. I see my name now. He said, remember when you went live when we first hired Shanahan, you said life is about to change for the Niners? Look at us now. I know. You could tell Shanahan was unique in his way. I didn't know how he'd be as a head coach, but I knew one thing. That dude could run a football team. Let's get in the doctor. Dre, where's my dude? Dre. D-R-E, Dre. Dre? Oh.
Ronbo.
Oh, I thought we were having phone. Dre!
What's going on, man?
Dre, man, I got that legendary coach, man. I know he's gonna be special, man, because he's got his legs under his feet. He knows how to head coach now. He can run 2 and 3 departments. He can multitask between an organization. I believe we're ready, Dre. Are you happy about that?
Yeah, man. I'm definitely happy that he got his extension. I don't know, man. Time flies so quick, bro. I didn't know that those 3 years went by so fast.
I know, right? Because you can remember the first year. I can still remember the first year. That's scary, ain't it?
Yeah, man. But I just feel like ownership is making the correct decisions. I'm happy that he finally got out the way, man, and he's letting John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan and all the position guys and
good call.
He's letting the staff take care of the franchise, man. He just backed out the way, and you can see it starting to show. You know what I mean? Kyle Shanahan didn't have a whole bunch of guys that he traded for to come in and make a championship team, man. These were all guys that he drafted.
Building the right way.
So,
yes.
Yeah, so it just basically shows that, we have guys that work for this franchise that know how to build a championship team. And, that's the most valuable. Anybody could get big name free agents, right? Like we've seen it.
Rams.
Yeah. Anybody can get big name free agents.
Good point, Trey. Good point. But who can build from scratch? That's right.
Yeah, man. You've seen it with the Cleveland Browns. You've seen it with the Raiders when they went to the Super Bowl. You've seen it with a lot of teams, man, and it was just a quick fix. But when you have a staff that knows how to draft players and bring them in, it shows that, you're going to be good for a long time because you continue to add to the punch. It's not about going out and getting these high-priced, big-name free agents. It's about being able to draft positional guys that fit your scheme and know that they're going to be successful in your system because they do certain things that you need them to do. Mm-hmm. That's the hardest thing in the NFL to do, Ronbo. Mm-hmm. It's the hardest thing to do. Build a championship team. It's not easy to do.
Because if it was, it would happen in every franchise. That ain't the case. You're right.
Everybody would be doing it. Everybody would be doing it, man. So, yeah, man, I was definitely happy to hear about that. I was kind of shocked, you know what I'm saying? Because it just shows that nothing gets out. We don't leak a damn thing out. Oh. If it's not coming specifically from the franchise, don't believe it.
It's been
Nobody
amazing.
knew that we were working on a six-year extension for Kyle Shanahan. Nobody knew.
But Dre, remember when John Lynch quizzed and tested Jed York when he first came? Because he didn't want none of that. He knows that's how you destroy a team. You let the media get the wrong news. They start to manipulate it so they can get more attention, and that's when you start recreating messes in an organization. John's been amazing. Him and Kyle. You don't find out nothing unless they want you to.
You don't find out a damn thing, bro. You don't find out nothing. So, I'm definitely happy about that, man, because there's a lot of franchises out there where, man, it's just news leaking out. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, man. The one of the teams that's supposedly supposed to beat us this year, they lost their Pro Bowl starting guard,
I saw
Brandon
that.
Brooks. You talking?
I saw that. See,
I don't wish injury on nobody. But,
and I know, but you know, it's part of the game. And if you ain't got an offensive guard, especially a Pro Bowler, to stop that defensive line, you're going to be in some serious trouble.
hey, man,
Oh, Nick! D!
Somebody got to eat, man.
Woo! Ooh, Greenlaw.
Yeah, man.
I mean, Kinlaw. You go ahead. Even that Pro Bowl guard was going to have some issues, I think. Put a second stringer in there.
Yeah, it's gonna be a problem, bro. It's gonna be a problem. So, but yeah, man. I'm definitely. I was happy to see that, man. Franchise is moving in the correct direction. Another thing. Jimmy Garoppolo, Kendrick Bourne, Jalen Hurd, Debo Sanders. They're all headed to Tennessee to work out with C.J. Beathard and George Kittle in Tennessee. So look out for those videos.
It's going to be a night of party.
Yeah, man, most definitely. Most definitely.
Dre, I'll tell you what, good stuff, fam. Yeah, and make sure to catch Niners all day. Dre, I gotta get over there, man, so I can make crazy comments too.
Yeah, nah, bro. I'm about to. I need to have you on, Ronbo. I need to have you on, man.
All right.
Yeah, man. Definitely, man. Shout out to the TNT fam, man. Trey Trez, Big Show, Jerry Fresh, Russo, Shea Lewis, all of the guys, and play upon the wheel, man. We just keep on getting closer and closer, man. We just keep on getting closer and closer. Man, keep that faith, man. They call us the faithful for a reason, bro. Keep that faith, man. I'll holler at you later, Ronbo.
Same here, fam. All right. Night, Dre.
All right, peace.
See, there's the thing. Dre is right. I wonder how many people bailed on the 49ers. I just like a thought. How many people bailed on the 49ers between 2016 and now? Because you know the bandwagon bus, if you'll check it out, all of a sudden you can't get a seat on the bus now. See, there was plenty of seats in 2017, 2018. No, 2017, 18, boy, could not find a seat. Now, man. Hey, Tom West, good to see you, Tom. I love these characters. Hey, Tom, thanks, fam. And local 49ers fan who claims, indeed, he's got it there. Thanks, fam, for that contribution. What up? Good thing we locked up Kyle and hopefully Lynch soon enough. And remember, this is his moniker. He goes by this. Arizona has no fans. They're all paid spectators. First time I read that, I couldn't stop laughing. Because see, that's my feeling about the Rams. Them people don't like the Rams. The Rams ain't had no fans in years. All of a sudden, the stadium is filled up. Who are those people? A lot of them are Rams fans. And the ones in there pretending to be Rams fans, wearing all that blue and gold and that stupid horn, them are paid spectators. Came right from the Hollywood Union, man. Come on. Hey, Dollar, Bill, Will.
Ronbo, what's up, man? What's going on?
Man, we get together tonight about celebrating Kyle Shanahan, getting that extension for years. Because 3 years was going to run out too quick, Will. Well, you see how fast we went through his first 3 years. Next 3 was going to come by in a blink of an eye, too. So we got him now. Well, we got Kyle forever.
Oh, man.
How you feeling about that?
Man, I'm loving it. It's a good day for the 49er Empire land, man. Shout out to Dre, man. He had some valid points on the first call, man. Yeah, because Kyle and John, man, they inherited this team that was torn up, that was demolished, and a whole lot of work had to be put in on it, and they did it literally brick by brick, and they did it within a 3-year span, and that's pretty quick.
And Will, so remember that first day? There was like how many? There was an exodus of ex-49ers, should I say, leaving that parking lot. They almost had to have a cop out there to direct traffic. They got rid of every damn body.
Yeah.
Get out! Yo, sorry, but
Oh yeah. Yeah, man. So it's a great day. I'm excited. And you hit dead on it, Ronbo, on your opening introduction. Kyle. They're gonna go ahead and talk to Kyle and make sure Kyle and John is good and that they still on good terms. And then once Kyle give the okay, then they're gonna go ahead and give him his extension. So I
that's the way
think
that
they're gonna
works.
go ahead and yeah. So so that's how it ended up when they first got Kyle. They got Kyle first, and then Kyle chose John. So they're gonna follow the same process, and they're gonna talk to Kyle, and then Kyle say, "Oh yeah, I'm loving John. I love working with John." They're gonna go ahead and say, "John, come here and get your money." So it's gonna be, everything gonna go fine. Everything gonna be okay. Everything is gonna be straight, and we're gonna be ready, man. We're gonna be ready to contend for some Super Bowls starting now and in years to come. So
And
I'm loving it,
respect.
man.
I'm telling you, and
Yeah, I'm
respect.
loving it.
You know how we didn't get no respect from 2015 until last year? Now, can you imagine it becoming a normal thing? See, the Patriots was always, don't tell anybody I told y'all this, but the Patriots, I was so envious because they ran that team like your team is supposed to be ran. There wasn't a lot of controversy. There wasn't a lot of leaks. Like Dre pointed out, if they wanted you to know something, they put it out. The team there
Yeah,
was no players that were bigger than the team. You didn't like this
yeah,
team. You want too much more money, get the hell out. We're going to win anyway.
yeah,
This is
yeah.
like, I was always envious of that. Look at
Right.
us.
I
We're
mean,
next.
this is the that's the formula that you have to use in order to win championships. I'm not trying to compare the Patriots or to the 49ers or the 49ers to the Patriots, but these two particular teams, they have a formula of winning of contending for championships now, starting with the draft, free agency, and things of that nature. These Patriots and 49ers, they have a championship formula. And the 49ers, they got it now. They got a championship formula, and they running it well. I mean, I saw a report with Bucky Brooks said if Kyle gets Jimmy G now to understand coverages and stuff like that and elevate his game, he said the 49ers could be a dynasty team
Oh, easily.
on the rise easily. So they on the right path, man. And I'm loving this ride right now. I really don't think this coming up season that any team is gonna mess with us. I really don't. I really don't, it's just too
And you're
much
right.
talent on the team.
You're right.
Kyle and John is getting the right players in the draft and free agency, and they're working the money. They're working the money well. With Parag Marate. I mean, it's just. I mean, I'm on 49 cloud 9 right now. Well, I'm on cloud 49 right now. You know what I'm saying?
And Will, and do you notice players love Kyle? This is what I like about Kyle. They can relate to Kyle.
Right.
Kyle running around there with the latest fashion. We become the United Nations of football with all the different people types and
Right.
running the organization. We are the model. This is the 21st century team.
Absolutely, man. And we gonna be in the conversation for a long time. The worst days are gone. It's good days now and good days ahead, man. So we gonna get it together, man, and we gonna get the job done. You know what I'm saying? So I'm loving it. I'm loving it, Ronbo.
Oh yeah.
I'm loving it, man.
We're gonna fool around and get used to it too. So the thing, we get to go to social media now, if that's important to you, and it is to me, because I'm petty like that. We can go to social media now, stick your chest out, and start talking major smack. I was talking major smack when I didn't have a right to. Well, now I can talk smack and back it up.
Yeah, man.
Oh God,
Man,
I love it.
Man, I'm telling you. Hey, I'm gonna be doing the same thing, man, because I really think this team is gonna take it to the next level, man. I really believe the 49ers are gonna be the first NFC team to win 6 championships. So I'm ready for it, man.
Oh, that's
I'm
right,
ready
huh?
for it.
NFC. We would be.
Yeah, we'll be the first NFC team to win 6 championships.
We got so many years. So, I mean, you think about the Hawks, that window's about completely closed on Hawks. Russell Wilson can't go too much longer, not at the level he's going now. The Rams,
Yeah.
the Rams gonna be the Rams. My only concern is how good is Kyler Murray, Will? We're gonna find out. The boy, he intrigues me. So we'll see.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. Kyler Murray is a good quarterback, man, but we got Kinlaw, man. We got Kinlaw and we got D4 both. So you can't get away from them guys, man. You really not gonna be able to get away from them guys, man. So it's gonna be a tough. It's gonna be tough for the other NFC West teams to deal with us, man. Because I mean, we having players back. We having players back now that's going to be that's coming back from injury. So
and we're gonna be
this team gonna be better than last year.
All right, Will. Yeah. We got to pull up, fam. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and come on back tomorrow because we missed one day. So you know what? I'll make up for it tomorrow. All right, fam.
All right, man.
Say hello to that future little Niner back there that's just trying to get. She wants to say something.
Yeah, my little girl, man. She whining right now.
Hey, put a Niner cap on her.
Stop. Hey, stop. Stop. You acting like a Rams fan. Stop.
No wonder you crying. I will. Have a good night.
All right, Ronbo. All right, you too, man.
Thanks, fam.
All right.
And oh, did I miss something? And oh yeah, Clarence Molina says. Clarence, thanks for that contribution. The bus is full. Boy, I really wish I could check IDs. Right? Let me see your 49er card, please. I want to see the last time you got it renewed. What? Get off. Look. Hey, James! Come on in, James!
Hey, what's up, Ronbo?
James, we're just sitting here celebrating tonight the renewal of the coach that we've needed for a long time. I think we got some real football people in there now, and I'm glad Jed had the wherewithal to realize don't stand around and wait for that contract to expire, Jed. Get a jump on it now. You know you're going to keep him. Sign him now. Jed did. You got yourself a coach, James, for a while.
Yes, sir. Great day for the Niner Empire, and great thing about it all, the tutelage to Kyle Shanahan from his dad. Still has a hand in Kyle's intricacies and offenses, and we haven't. Truth be told, it's such a blessing because Jimmy G, just like Matt Ryan took 2 years to truly, fully understand the nuances and intricacies of Kyle Shanahan's offense. And, this year here is going to be a totally advanced year. And simply because, listen, came off a torn ACL under Kyle Shanahan as his coach, and we got to the Super Bowl. There's really nothing else more to be said.
That say it all?
Came up short.
That says it all.
That's right. But guess what? We came up short, but here's the thing about it. We came up short, but we're built to be there in those moments to decide whether we come up short again or not. That's right.
James, your signal's breaking up, James. Where's that? Are you in the best? Is that good spot you're normally in?
Yeah, I'm down. Hold on. I was in a bad part of my house.
Okay.
For signal-wise. But, yeah, like I said, and I'll say this much.
Good.
Yeah, man. Like I said, this much, too. I'll say this much also. Lynch is right behind him. Lynch is an important part of Kyle's whole head coaching philosophy, and they're partners with it. And the good thing about John Lynch, he's a general manager that is a very smart and defensive-minded general manager that knows what kind of defensive players, that you would draft, and knowing how to get them right and get the best out of them. Look what happened with Jimmy Ward. John Lynch was an important part of that. Most GMs and coaches and even owners might have said, hey, I keep paying this guy. I haven't got a full season out of him. I haven't seen anything. And look what happens. They believed in him, and here it is. We went to the Super Bowl with him, and he's only going to get better, and he's still young. That's the thing about it.
And James, what? Amplifying that a little more. You mentioned about their judging, their ability to judge talent. All coaches don't have that as something they can say they're good at. You look down the roster, Look at Eric Armstead, you just mentioned. All right.
That's right.
As far as
Yeah.
players and they didn't give up on Jimmy. A lot of everybody in the media, get rid of Jimmy. Get rid of Jimmy and get what? That's an excellent point. Good
You
judge
know,
of talent.
of course. I mean, even with guys like even Jason Verrett. Jason Verrett is still a possibility that John Lynch believes in. This guy is going to get healthy. He was a top 3 cornerback before he got injured. Okay. And he's still young as well. So,
we're waiting on him. Giving him time.
That's right. And yeah. So, that's I see them being a team for a long time, and this team is built for the long haul, and they're only going to get better. I mean, the offensive line, I think, are going to be staying healthy and can be extremely dominant, because I do believe if Weston Richburg healthy, he's a very nasty center like you never seen it before.
Yeah. Remember what Joe Staley said about him? He said something about the rest of the guys. Weston Richburg's an asshole.
Yeah, man.
You need an asshole when you got him playing offensive line. I like that.
You ain't lying, man. And it's gonna. I could see them. I really think that they're gonna put up phenomenal numbers offensively as well as defensively once again, and we're going back to the big dance. That's exactly right, and we're built for it. And I think we may even be better this second year of Garoppolo having another year under his belt as the starter. And, it's just going to all come together. We get back, hopefully, Jerick McKinnon with a Raheem Mostert, a young back in Jeffrey Wilson. And, it's I tell you, though, one thing I do notice, one of their patterns, when they're bringing in a lot of players, even if they are undrafted free agents, sometimes it's kind of like a signal that there may be a position they're looking at that, they're thinking about the future as well as now. So, I see they just signed some other running back, Josh something. That he's a UDFA, but this kid is a phenomenal player. And, they've also got the other guy, what's his name, Salvon Ahmed.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, see, that's that's Bobby Turner and Kyle. They got this thing about running backs. They collect them like...
It is.
Let's get this one in and see what he got. You got to... If you're a running back, your job is challenged every year. That's the bottom line.
Well, I tell you, yeah, man. Yeah,
we go get together tomorrow night. All right?
Yes, sir. And once again, thank you for all that you do and the platform you bring it from, and you and your staff, and Niner Empire, Niner for Life. And big shout out to the other caller there, his little daughter. She's on her way to be a Niners fan already, man. You heard when he said about, she sounded like a Rams fan. You see how she almost talks. She's like, nah, Pop, I'm a Niners fan. Yeah, man. Yeah,
all
bro.
right, James.
It is what it is. Have a good night and be blessed. Thank you, Ronbo.
Thanks, James. Oh, man. Hey, I want to stay right out in the Garden State. Go check out Mel. Hey, Mel.
What time it is?
Bang, bang, now.
Yes,
I gotta grab.
Hold on, let me step outside. I'm alive.
Yeah, because I tell you, I do love the way the 49ers can judge talent. How many UDFAs we got that have been doing things? Matty B was outstanding before he got in the doghouse. Mosley doing a great job. He just, he made a mistake, okay, but he got better from it. Raheem Mostert, who could be. Mel, you there?
I'm here.
Okay. I'm just tripping on the ability to judge talent the 49ers got. This is what happens when you got real football people there and not guys like Trent Baalke in there pretending to know what he's doing.
Exactly. Baalke was awful, man. Baalke was awful. And that combination of Baalke and York at that time was just terrible.
Right? Because Jed don't know nothing. His daddy said, all right,
Right.
you're going to be the boss of the 49ers. What? Yeah. I don't know.
Right.
Dad, I don't know about anything about this. I mean, I know, but I don't know what to do with that. Look at him now.
Right.
God,
Right.
man.
Yep. Yeah, man. He definitely made the right call. I'm not sure if it was his call ultimately or if it was suggested to bring in Lynch and Shanahan, but that was stellar, man. We have the perfect marriage in those two guys with Lynch and Shanahan. Shanahan being an offensive guru and downright genius, if we're being honest. Then you have Lynch, who's a defensive specialist, who's been a part of historic, legendary defenses, so he knows what to look for, not only in ability, and that's what I love about those two guys. It's not only the ability that they look for, it's their personality and it's their grind, and they look for and find that X factor in these guys, and they know how to bring out the best in every one of them.
I wonder, did Jed, all those things you just said, with Lynch being who he is and his history, and he already knows about, of course, he knows about Kyle. Did Jed put all that together in his head? Mel, let me recall one thing to you. Do you remember, years ago, people were saying if Jim Harbaugh could get rid of Roman and hire Kyle Shanahan for his OC, we'd be rolling. I remember that. I think Jed has always wanted Kyle, but Trent was standing in the damn street. He couldn't get around him.
Right. Yeah, well, you know what that is with Trent. You see how Shanahan and Lynch have, like I said, they have the perfect relationship.
Yeah.
Right. They have the perfect relationship where Shanahan is allowed to get the guys that he's really after. Lynch tries to make it happen. In a lot of cases, he does make it happen.
Even if they argue a little bit, but he still they find a way to come to the middle, right? Yeah.
Right. And then we see the fruit of it. So that right there builds and develops trust. Every time one of these guys or both pick a guy and that guy turns out to be what we see those guys being, that allows, I don't know, man, it's like a symbiotic relationship between the two.
They're always in sync.
Right. And yeah, Balky wouldn't have been able to do that. He wouldn't have been able to relinquish control. He wouldn't have cared what Shanahan wanted. Balky would have been one of the guys, like in this draft, he would have gone for CD Lamb or one of the big names just because it's like a big name instead of listening to his coordinator and saying, look, this guy is the right guy for this system. Yeah, these guys have great ability. Yeah, they're great. They're going to be great NFL receivers. But in this system, they don't have
exactly
right. They don't have this element that they need. Maybe they're not the best blocker. Maybe they're a guy that's going to want the ball. That's going to want 11 catches a game, and if he doesn't get it, it's going to be a problem. Maybe it's a guy who wants to be the featured player. When you start looking at these individuals, especially in college, who have had the type of careers that these big names have had coming out this year, those guys want to go somewhere and be the man. They don't want to go anywhere and be the number two. They don't want to go anywhere and be a part of a system. Right.
And Mel, talk about that locker room. We've had, since they've got here, we've had nothing but a harmonious kumbaya locker room since they arrived.
To the point, to the degree where that is one of the first things that every single 49er talks about whenever they're speaking to the media. They speak about the locker room and how much they love it and how much they love the guys.
How do you build that kind of? How do you do it? You bring in the right people. And you don't bring in poison. It's just amazing.
And you know that was Lynch and Shanahan. Who was it? Was it Chris Kacerek? Was it Lynch or Shanahan? I don't know if you recall, but with their first season with us, the 2017 season, for training camp, they brought in Marines and had those guys doing Marine training.
Developed some camaraderie.
They had them doing Marine basic training. Right. And that's still, still echoing this season and going forward.
Yeah.
And that's why I see this George Kittle situation playing out for the best, period. Everybody's going to be fine. George is going to be compensated to a degree where he's happy with it. We're going to be happy with him, and it's going to be all good, man. I don't see any disruptions. We just got to get this agent out the way, man. Got to get him out the way, bro.
And you mentioned that even with the DeForest Buckner situation, there's no bitterness. Everybody wished him
Nope.
well. We
Yep.
wished the best for DeForest. He's getting paid what he should be getting paid.
Because right,
That's what
because you
we
can't
do.
be mad. Like, the dude deserves a big paycheck. We weren't able to give him what he and his agent wanted. We weren't able to do that.
So no
But we could have
bitterness?
given him a hard
Yeah.
right. We could have given him a hard time. We didn't do that. We
That's-
could have given him a hard time. We still had him under contract, but we wanted to put him in the best situation. And that's what Lynch said. Like, look, man, yeah, I know you want 22. You scoffed at 18 million. We can't do any higher than that. So I mean, look, we'll allow you.
You're going to get better. You
Right.
get more.
We'll allow you to go test the waters, man. Enjoy yourself. And that's what he did. So,
Mel, we got to pull up. I mean, it's just
Yes, sir.
You talk about this team all night as far as what they just did. It's so cool.
Oh, no
All right,
doubt.
Mel. I'm gonna see
all
you
right,
tomorrow.
my bro.
All right, fam.
Double bang gold gang, baby. I'm gone.
Night, Mel. Hey, Jay.
What's up, Ronbo? How you doing?
Oh, I'm doing great, man. We need some good news today too.
Yeah, we do.
We really we deserve this day. Man, I'm telling you, because Kyle Shanahan is somebody I had a feeling he was going to get extended. I didn't know how he was going to feel about being extended or what the case was going to be. But Jed ain't even go away. Just look, Kyle, will you take this money, please? Be my coach, man. Yeah, Kyle, let me tell you something. If 6 years ain't enough, let me know what you think you need. And give Jed, don't. I may want to stop after 6 years. All right, let's do this. So we got a coach that's going to make sure this organization stays tight. John Lynch and him know how to run an organization. Like I was telling Mel, you notice we ain't had no hiccups, no in-house fighting, no locker room hatred. Everybody supports each other. I mean, I'm talking, hey, Jay, remember, when Kello comes out of the field and he comes telling Coach, I'll take special teams. Somebody else said, what else is he going to say? But anyway, the thing is, he didn't have to come and tell the coach, take that off of Mosley's plate. I'm going to take care of all the duties he didn't. There's such a cohesive unit with Shanahan and Lynch. I can't believe it. It's like a fairy tale. But, Jay, your feelings on keeping Kyle Shanahan, please.
Man, I wanted to say that the 49ers is moving in the right direction. And that's what I like to see. We moving in a positive direction that we need. We got our coach for a long time now. Now we're going to sign George Kittle. I got faith in that.
Oh, yeah.
And I feel we're going to be a dynasty, Ronbo. I really, truly believe that. And we got we got a great head coach. We got a great GM. And like the caller said, Trent Baalke would have screwed all this up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Shame.
He would have, with no shame. You know what I'm saying? That's why I got to give a lot of respect for Jed York. He ate into his pride. He realized, hey, I made a mistake. And then when he hired, Jim Tomsula and Chip Kelly, he's like, he wiped all that away and said, I'm going to find a tandem, a GM and a head coach that works together. You know what I'm saying? And he did that. So I got to commend him on not letting his pride take of what he does. He ain't pulling the Jerry Jones. He took his pride and he realized.
Jones doesn't get it either. Jay, that's the thing. Jones is still trying to run the team from his house. You hire a GM, you idiot. That's what your problem is. He doesn't understand.
Yes, and I love it. I love that it's a huge dumpster fire. That's what I'm saying. So, Jed York, he didn't let his pride get the best of him by running this organization. He realized, hey, I made a mistake by hiring Jim Tomsula. I made a mistake hiring Chip Kelly. Let me start from the bottom, work from the foundation, and work my way up. And that's what he did when he hired John Lynch, when he hired Kyle Shanahan, and he started reaping the benefit. Okay, they got the players in here. he took them to the Super Bowl. 3 years, he already took the team to the Super Bowl. So, you know what I'm saying? That's a fast turnaround. You know what I'm saying? There's only a couple of teams that really done that. You know what I'm saying?
They came in
And
with
we
a
are
vision,
one
Jay.
of them.
Came in with a vision.
Yeah. You
and
know
made
what I'm
it
saying?
happen.
And he realized that if he realized that you in this league you need a coach and a quarterback. And he, you know what I'm saying? They got the coach, then they had to go trade to get their quarterback. They knew that. You know what I'm saying? And Jed York seen it because he seen it with Harbaugh and Kaepernick. He knew, okay, I gotta get a coach that go come in here, but I also need a GM ain't gonna screw it up. And that's how he looked at it as a business, you know, a business expert. You know, he looked at it, the bigger picture of it. And people got to fail to realize that I got to give all respect to Jed York for him to not let his pride take the best of him. And he realized he made mistakes. He got the people in there, and now there is a root of their favor. He is pretty much you know what I'm saying, giving them a huge contract, letting them play another 7 years. You know, coach.
And Jay, you know what I'm surprised at? I'm surprised, and I'm starting next year. You watch and see. The next coach that gets fired, they're going to follow the same blueprint as the 49ers. You hire your coach and tell him who does he want to be the GM. See that? That's a winning formula. Because now there's not going to be no fighting because the coach is the one picked that GM. See? That makes all the sense in the world. I never would have thought of that.
Yes, it does. But at the same time, you got to have a GM that is going to work well with the coach and so forth. You know, the coach working well with the GM. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you can do that. You can follow that blueprint. Is it going to work, though? You know what I'm saying? They have got somebody who was very talented as a head coach, and who every team that he went on, they scored. He was a great offensive coordinator. Then he came. He's shown that he's a proven coach. His dad was a coach. It's in his blood. So Kyle know how to coach. You know what I'm saying? Then they went and got John Lynch. And first I was leery about it because it was the first time he was ever a GM.
Everybody was.
But, yeah.
But he's been around. He's been around football
yeah,
the whole time,
and he's been around. But they don't never translate it to be a good GM either. You know what I'm saying? Look at Michael Jordan. He ain't really he's not good. He's not a good talented player. You know what I'm saying? He's a great player, but he can't
run the organization. Hey,
yeah,
Jay,
that's what I'm saying.
Jay, you know what? He had some help though. I mean, Lynch, I'm proud of him. But when you got Adam, what's Adam's last? Anyway, when you got Adam and he's got two other guys with him. When you got all those. I mean, these guys are huge. Martin Mayhew and Adam Peters just know what they're doing, right? They've been doing it for a long time.
Yeah,
that was another brilliant move,
smart.
Though. Exactly.
That was smart, yes, because he knew he couldn't. This is my first time being a GM. I got to understand the position.
I just need a
he
little
had
tutoring.
to learn. He couldn't just come in there being all high and mighty and say, this is the team I'm going to run and this is the way I'm going to run it. No,
Jay,
he made it a team effort because he knew it takes a team to win a Super Bowl.
And Jay, you know what? We got to go, but it does help also when you got the guy over in Denver knowing you as your best buddy, and he sends over Adam Peters too. So it always just too cool. There's gonna be more deals in the future probably too. Jay, we got to go though. We'll be back tomorrow. All right.
All right, Ronbo. Appreciate you, brother. Like always, you have a great night, brother.
You too. Looking forward to meeting again. All right. Night, Jay.
Brother.
El Dion. What a DJ.
Ronbo, what's going on, brother?
Oh, D, man, we're just in here getting all giddy because we got a good coach we know we're going to have for a long time to come. All he needed, this is a good starting point. Jed is so smart. Jed can see right now. The writing is clear on the wall. I ain't going to wait. I'm going to sign him right now. I'm going to give a 10-year contract. And then somebody says, Jed, calm down. I'll give a 6-year contract. Okay. And so, I'm telling you, man, things are looking good.
Oh, yeah, man. They locked him down. And when this happened, I was just I have to agree with Dre. Yeah, they had no idea this was coming. I didn't know this was coming. I'm like looking like, all right, man, we still got a couple more years. We'll be good. No, man, they just said, forget it. We just gonna go ahead and do this now.
I tell
So
you.
it was a beautiful thing, man. I'm telling you, I was like, okay, I love this because I don't know if Dre said this, but I tweeted him and Bronze like seconds after it popped up on my phone. Like literally, like I got on them real quick. So I was like, oh,
Mm.
okay, all right. So
Mm.
we good, man. We got them forever, man.
And you notice
I'm
that
telling you right now,
notification
it's gonna
when it
be.
came up on your phone came up louder than usual?
Oh
Bam!
yeah,
What?
yeah.
No! Oh, love it.
Oh yeah, man. It was a beautiful thing. I loved it because it was a situation where I saw this coming at some point. I just didn't know when,
Yep.
and I'm very happy that it got done. I wanted it to get done, and I'm pretty sure that we will definitely continue to, get better, and we can definitely show everybody, you know, that we're the best team in the NFL because we have the best coaching, we have everything. You can't really do much.
I know.
Like what are you going to do when you come up against an offense like this? What are you going to do when you come up with a coaching staff like this? This is this
And
this right
and the
here screams
defense too.
Eddie D. Yeah, but
Yes.
see, this screams Eddie. This screams Eddie De Bartolo, and the
I know,
reason I
right?
say that is because Eddie, back in the day when we had the Niners, he was it was a family. Like this dude knew you. He knew your wife. He knew your children. He knew birthdays. You were invited to Christmas parties. Like, and he didn't know these people just like, oh, okay, hey, my assistant's gonna tell me who they are. He knew them. He genuinely took pride in knowing, your family and knowing
Mm.
treating this team like a family. And he
Mm.
did everything he could to keep us together. So I know in today's time it's a little bit different because you can't keep everybody together because of the money. But at
Yeah.
the same time, if you could keep the main core and the base of it together, that shows you that things are going to continually look up, and I just see that from here on out. I mean, am I as high on John Lynch as everybody else? Probably not, but if he gets another extension, I'm not going to be mad about it.
Yeah,
I can understand.
DJ, you could appreciate if Kyle likes him. That's what you want. There's the element that you absolutely need. Because I can't imagine Kyle having to work with somebody that's difficult. You know what I mean? So
That's
John
true.
takes
That's
care
true.
of a lot of things in that. He gets help to get whatever he's doing. He knows who to work with. I mean, you got Peters and and who he's got there. You can make decisions now that are really intelligent decisions. So I'm
Oh
into
yeah,
that.
yeah. I'd say the only flaw that Kyle has that I don't like is that he holds on to players that he likes. That's
Yeah.
probably the only flaw that I can think of. If he would let go of guys like C.J. Beathard and
Oh,
Dante Pettis, you
oh,
know, and guys like that, then he'd probably be better. But he has this like affinity for guys, and it's like, come on, bro, like you can't
DJ.
you can't really state
Uh,
that that's the case. You got
what?
to start learning how to let go.
True, but one question: have you coached any ball clubs, little league baseball, football, anything like that?
Football, yes.
Okay, you ever have a player, the kid that you really know has got the stuff? He fails on occasion and he does good things on occasion to get you, because you've already said, boy, this is my little dude here. You're going to be my starting linebacker this week. So the thing is, I got a feeling, would you, in the same situation, my ego's on there. I drafted Dante Pettis. I drafted CJ. I went after CJ and I drafted up to get him. You know, I I see where I could have a problem with that if I'm supposed to get rid of him, and I know I should, but I'm trying to make sure that am I right to see this through, or should I let him go? See, because we're looking from the outside. You know what I'm saying? I kind of can
Yeah, no, I can
understand that.
understand that, and
Yeah.
I'll tell you this: I did have a hard decision to make. At the time when I was coaching this football team, the weird thing was that I had a very close friend of mine whose son was the running back.
See.
Now his son was pretty good, but the thing is, we had another running back come in that was spectacular,
See.
that was way better than him.
And
And
what did
what
you
I
do?
did was when I reduced. When I reduced his carries, oh, he flipped his lid. He didn't want to be my friend anymore, all
See.
that. And I told him, I said, let me explain something to you. This is for the betterment of the team. This has nothing to do with the fact of me not liking your kid. It's the fact that this other kid runs better, he's faster, and he's more reactionary than that. I don't want you to think that I don't like him. I just reduced his carry strictly based on the pretense that this other kid is better.
So you made the tough decision. Yeah, I see
I make tough decisions. I'm not that guy. I'm not going. My thing is with Dante, you had one good year, and after that, he was okay being on the bench. With CJ, you've never had a good year, ever.
But wait, in his defense, there he scared everybody because he was going to make a choice between CJ and Mullins, and everybody. I really didn't think he was going to go Mullins, but I said, Kyle, man, he's going to put CJ in there. He didn't.
I give him that much. He didn't. And I just think that he still, at the end of the day, that's the only thing that I can think of. Other than that, Kyle's a great coach.
He holds on.
He is an amazing person. He's well worth every penny that we're paying him. And I feel like he's definitely going to be here with us for the long term, obviously with this contract and obviously with everything else going. I like it, man. I love all of it. And I'm telling you right now, people got to get on our bandwagon because, like I said, this screams Eddie DeBartolo as far as how we treat everybody like family. Because Eddie D was one of the greatest guys ever, man. And I got to say, I loved him to death. He was always
He's gonna be a hard actor.
One of the best owners in the world. And Jed's doing a great job now.
And that's how, dude, you wake up in the middle of the night like the city's family. You wake up in the middle of the night and you see, like, Eddie in your icebox asking, where's the beer? Eddie, man, help yourself, man. I'm going back to bed. I said, Mom, man.
Exactly. You don't even think twice about it. You see him, you go, oh, all right, that's just Eddie, man. Ain't nobody worried about that. And, even the wife is asking you, hey, who's in the kitchen? Eddie, oh, okay, tell him I said hey.
Hey, we got to go, DJ. Let me see tomorrow, fam.
All right. Yes, sir.
All right.
All right, Ronbo. Appreciate everything you do, man. Love the platform. I'll
Thanks,
be back
Steve.
with some more content here in the coming days. Thank you so much for everything you do. You are the best at what you do, sir.
Thanks, D. All right. Talk to you tomorrow. Bye. And there's Clarence Molina, who says, Denver radio station reports Broncos trying to sign Carter Shanahan for 2055 season. 2055. I don't blame him. You got it. You got to think ahead. Good stuff, Clarence. That's funny. Thanks for that contribution too. And there he is, Shabazz.
Ronbo.
Shabazz. Yo.
Shabazz. Can you hear me, baby?
Yeah, I can hear you clear too. Cause come on in, man. We're sitting here now. Just laughing and cracking and jumping back and up and down about Kyle Shanahan. Jed having the good sense. Jed's becoming more and more impressive every year. Now he's not going to wait. I'm going to sign Kyle right now. Ain't no point in waiting. So, I'm telling you, man.
That was a good move for everybody that's in the system. That's a good move for Kyle. That's a good move for everybody that's just familiar with him. And we can focus. I like Lynch a lot. I don't know why others may not like Lynch. I like Kyle, and I love Lynch a lot because I think they're the perfect balance of offense and defense together. Right. And I think that's why we was able to dominate. I think it was obvious our defense dominated most of the season, and the offense had its moments. Like I think about early the Pittsburgh game. We came off the first 2 wins. We took care of business in Tampa. Defense did that. My boy Kello, remember I told everybody he was going to get the pick 6. He got the pick 6.
Did you call
Richard got a pick.
Shabazz,
yeah, remember when everybody went in and we was debating whether who was going to get cut, and everybody was like, him and Kendrick is gone. And I was like, Ronbo. I said, Kello going to have a big game week 1. Remember, it was my birthday, Tampa. And Kello got the first pick 6.
He did.
No, he got the closer. He got the closer pick 6. They closed it.
But he did get a pick 6. That's the point.
He did. And he got hurt and he fell off, but he knows what he got to do. I ain't quite thrown him in the garbage yet. He made me mad like he made everybody mad in that playoff game. We got upset and we was like, we can't take him no more. And in Seattle, but it's okay. You need to go through them bumps and bruises, man, because bumps and bruises is what makes you better. From. But Yeah, what you grow from. So I just think I like the direction we're going in, and as I've been listening to you and everybody else, we finna be consistent, and that's what's important. We're gonna be consistent and dangerous. And like I said yesterday, and I said again today, I don't want that number 1 seed this year. I didn't want it last year, but this year especially because that way, just like how that Atlanta game we fumbled, we'll have a game where we fumble again, not fumble physically, but
them
let
fourth
slip
quarter
away.
losses.
So yeah. So if we get that 12-4 instead of 13-3, that little bit of hunger be on you, that edge to go down there and just be like, I'm gonna smack them in the mouth in their place, and that's it. And that's it. So
Shabazz,
I'm happy.
you know what? That is going to be the most anticipated game. Do you realize that could be one of the most viewed spectacles, event, program of all time? Because the table is set right now, Shabazz. You going to take Jimmy G in there and go against his man, Tommy B? Oh.
And you know what? Ronbo, the haters going to say the buck ends for us in Tampa. And we gonna say we've been here before. Call it deja vu. And I'm gonna already be down in Tampa partying like I was week 1 last year and tell them we're gonna do what we did to y'all before, and we're gonna tie Tommy a new asshole. Excuse me, a new butthole, and let him know welcome to the NFC, big fella. Yeah.
Shabazz, I gotta tell you though, you know how one thing about Nolans, they ain't go. I don't believe Tom can beat Nolans. I just have a feeling they can't do it.
You know what? I think they're going to do it, and I just think outside all the other madness, like how you slipped in that one on Jerry, I think they got enough slip-ups with old Drew. Hey, I don't think it's going to be their year. I don't think it's going to be their year.
Because
I don't
Drew
think
is
it's going to be their year.
I know, but they're going to be fired up when they play Tom Brady and everybody's going to be fired up for the Bucs this year. The Bucs are going to be lucky to win 10 games because everybody, just like the 49ers, everybody's going to come in there with their A game. Why? Because the Bucs they stacked that team to a degree, especially offensively. You got Gronk coming back. You already had a pretty good wide receiver group. Your defense ain't bad. Everybody's going to come in there. Tom Brady, huh? Yeah, hey, this ain't New England no more, baby boy. We got teams in this conference. You know, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Gonna be
that's
funny.
what they're going to do. But I just think that's like what you said about Seattle earlier. Green Bay show, they on a down end with Aaron Rodgers. It's over. It's over for Seattle. And, you know, the Saints cried. One thing I will say about our fans, man, we got pride. We didn't make excuses. We lost. Whatever. The Saints been making excuses every year. Oh, this happened, that happened. Quit whining.
Yep.
Man,
y'all made it happen.
Big girl pants on. Y'all, look, I don't want to hear it. No, I don't think. Look, I'm telling you, Ronbo, like what you said, it's going to be good for all of us. Give us an NFC championship. Give us Tampa 49ers in Tampa. Woo!
I do want that.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Man, that's what I want. I tell you what, Ronbo, I had more fun on the road than at home this year. Because on the road, I was a marked man. I was so marked, like I told y'all, they gave me a roll-up in Seattle. I don't care what nobody said. I left Seattle thick as a dog.
Shabazz, we missed the day that you're going to make it up. Well, I'm going to see you tomorrow, okay? Oh,
yeah, I'm going to try and check back in tomorrow, man. I miss y'all. Shout out to everybody. I can't name them all. Thank you, Ronbo, for the platform. Thank all the faithful that's been down, like you said, and I'm with you. I want to start checking in real now the cards, man, because I don't think they've been authentic.
You know, because
I don't think they've been authentic.
Yeah, because I don't remember this bigger crowd. But, you know, people running around talking about you a 49er fan. That cap looked like you just bought it 15 minutes ago. You know?
Yeah. Or like a Raider fan I videoed him. He says, well, if there's a bandwagon, I'm on it, but I'm a Raider fan. And I was like, Oakland Raider? He was like, no, well, Las Vegas. Now I was like, man, you sucker. I said, get on out of here. You're a traitor. Take that off.
All right, Shabazz. Keep doing the good work there, fam. All right, man. We'll see you tomorrow.
All right, Ronbo.
All right. Night,
See you late. Yeah.
And let's roll over to IB.
Ronbo. Mic check. How I sound tonight?
It sounds good. In fact, I'm gonna talk to you about that a little later, because I missed last night because I got tangled up like I always do. But hey, I
All
mean,
right.
for this hour though, man, we talking about we got a coach that we can depend on for years to
Right.
come, and he ain't gonna get nothing but better. I mean, you know what I like about Kyle Shanahan? He has been raised from the beginning as a head coach. He always knew how to call plays and do all that stuff. But he's starting to get this head coaching thing. You can see he's getting it down too, and you knew he would. And now Jed
Right.
recognizes it. Boy, how you feeling about this? I'd love to get your spin on this. What do you think?
I mean, I'm very happy, man. I said, I think after we re-signed, not Buckner, Armstead, I think I said it's time for us to re-sign Kyle and Lynch. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I definitely agree with this, and you know, for us to do this in the middle of all this Kittle talk, you know what I'm saying,
I
is
know,
something
right?
for the
I
it
thought
to
about
me
that.
it stands out for the real Niner fans, you know what I mean? Because a lot of us have to be honest, we was panicking at first when we heard about this Kittle stuff, you know what I'm saying? So I think this right here is like, everybody should just relax a little bit and let them do what they do because, it was a lot of hype about Kyle when we first signed him, man. 50-50 on should we take him, what's his system going to be like, and them dudes, man, he has done nothing but mature year after year and just bring us something, man. Player after player, man. From like you and I both said, we didn't expect these. We didn't have these expectations for Raheem Mostert, and now we looking at
I'm
him
still
like,
shocked. I
you
didn't
know
know
what
it.
I'm saying? I
Good
mean, don't
God.
get me wrong. We saw the potential. We saw the potential because it was there. But now it's like the whole league is looking at it. So,
I mean,
and
refresh
in
my
the
memory for a minute though. Did
yeah,
Mostert run off a 200-yard game this year? 100? What did he do? He had
yeah, that yeah,
160, 50.
against the Packers. What was that? Against the Packers, that was 200. Had to been,
Total
had to
yardage.
been. Easy.
Yeah, man, I
Well,
only elite running backs get away with that. So we didn't.
mm-hmm.
He still shocks me.
Well, he does that. I mean, Kyle does that. He takes the players in his system that he likes and he exploits them when it's their time. He did it with Marquise Goodwin, for a whole
Actually,
year.
yeah.
He really did. He told the league that we see something in this kid. And Marquise, I'm from Rochester, which is close to Buffalo, and we laughed at. Well, a lot of us was laughing at that. You know what I'm saying
When
when
they
we
picked up
picked up
Keys.
Marquise. Exactly, because we saw the flaws. We saw the
Oh
flaws. You know what I'm saying? And this
man,
kid turned around in one season, Rombo. You know what I'm saying? So,
had a
I
great
mean,
year.
yep, yep. So I'm excited, man, and to just think that we've got our defense turning around with guys that are in sync with each other. These guys all know each other. We're it's not about the players anymore. It's about the coaching staff. I think
Yes, good
the
point.
yeah, they've all worked with each other and they've had years with each other. So that's something that we really don't even. We're gonna notice that this year. So. It should be fun, man. I
It
think it's
should
gonna
be.
be a lot of fun.
In fact, you mentioned coaching staff. I worry. There's
Hmm.
Kasurik. If I'm
Hmm.
Jed, I also approach him and say, "How would you like to retire as a 49er?" I mean, I don't
well,
want
well,
him leaving ever. Good
you
God,
know
he doesn't
what?
run a defensive line.
They brought him. They've given him so many pieces. You know what I'm saying? He's got guys he's familiar with that he can play with that can teach young guys. Kerry Hyder can teach young guys like Kinlaw. Where to
Mm-hmm.
line up. What's the expectations of this system, and you know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? So it's a lot of education going on, and
Oh.
it's gonna be exciting. It's
And,
gonna
and
be
and and
very
the thing is,
exciting.
IB, you know what you can get excited about too? Because it was
Hmm.
Kasurik lobbying hard as ever.
Hmm.
They said Kasurik was sending notes
Hmm.
and messages up to Kyle every day, him
Right,
and Lynch, about Javon
right,
Kinlaw. That's what tells me
right,
he knows Kinlaw could be his
right.
genie in the lamp. Oh man, because man. People don't know
Well,
what's
you know
coming.
what? Yeah, exactly. And what I appreciate most about Kasarik is his hard nosed approach, man. His style. You know, a lot of especially in this day and time, because when you look at coaches like Bobby Knight, they kind of put a harsh
Bobby,
stereotype on rugged coaches. You
this is
know,
my
for a long
favorite
time,
guys.
coaches couldn't be coaches. They
Yeah.
they were scared to be coaches. You know what I'm saying? So I think, and he brings that element back, and he kind of just having Caceres on our team brings back that hard nosed identity for us. So you know, man, it's gonna be tough, man. That kid Kinlaw is gonna be special though, man.
Man,
He's gonna be special,
I could. You know, you mentioned Bobby Knight. I would love it one time. You know
right?
how we get them crazy, strange calls. I would love it one time if Kyle started
Like
throwing
that.
helmets and equipment out on the field and just just
uh,
be raging
uh,
on the sideline.
hey, man,
Throw a
he
chair
showed
out
it
there.
though. He showed it. He showed it. And you know what? The referees and even the league was scared to death of Mike Shanahan. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? People to this day, Mike is up somewhere in the third row up in the box suites, and they scared to death of him.
Tell you,
Just his
man,
presence. You
you
know what
got
I'm saying?
you got to work the officials. Even when I was coaching baseball and football and a basketball team,
Right.
you got to work the officials because they're running up
Right.
and down the court and they're thinking it's okay to make them bad calls. You got to let them know you're not happy with that call, and you can explain to them while you're running up and down the floor before they throw you out. 'Cause I got thrown out a couple times, but I say, man. Come on, man. These are
You-
kids, man. What are you taking away from the kids?
Exactly.
What kind of, are
Exactly.
you getting paid? All right.
Your your
And I'm
your
out,
players in your organization, your players
God,
in your organization stand up for you when you're that type of a leader.
you
You know
got to
what I
do
mean? And
it.
they put themselves out there for you, and that's all you can ask for, man. These kids have been going through it since Pee Wee, since little age. So you know this is a dream come true,
And
and
don't be
you don't want to
taking,
be the Jerry Jones.
yeah, come on,
Yeah,
man. This is terrible.
you don't
I
want to
mean,
be the Jerry Jones that's meeting their mom and their pops, man. You know what I'm saying? This is something that's
it's
you
got to
know,
be
not
taken
too many people
seriously.
can live these things. Exactly.
I'll be one at a time.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, man.
I know. I got to get there. As soon as this show's over, I got to discuss some things. We get ready. All right, but we gonna do it. All right, fam.
Uh,
Talk to you in a
yes,
minute.
sir.
All right.
All right, you
All
have
right,
a good one.
you too.
Yep. Bye
Oh
bye.
man. Oh, Ellis.
What's up, Ronbo?
Ellis, man, we're sitting here just getting all excited because we got a coach we know we're going to have for a long time. That just spells success to be expected for a while, you know? And I figure people ain't said enough about John Lynch. I bet, touch upon that if you will, Ellis. You talk about Kyle Shanahan and what that means to you, but does John Lynch figure into this equation as to why you got to keep that tandem together? Because as far as I'm concerned, if it ain't fixed, don't broke. If it ain't broke, don't. I would have did that too. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Keep them two together as long as you can. So, what do you think?
I mean, you can't argue with success. The things that they had to do in order to, rebuild the team and retain the 49er, just the respect and, just the name as a whole, you know what I mean? We're a top NFL team, you know what I'm saying, in NFL history for a reason, and we need to maintain and keep that. And John and Kyle are clearly, making sure that continues, or that was brought back, you know what I mean? So I have a lot of I'm excited because I think this is going to be like they'll be together until it's over with. You know what I mean, kind of thing. That's at least what I'm hoping is going on, because you don't see there being any decline success as far as success is concerned between these two, masterminds. And the communication, they're both obviously mature enough to maintain and overcome a lot of obstacles. So I don't see that, you know what I mean, diminishing anytime soon. I don't even see it being possible realistically. So we're gonna keep them together. I think probably John will get an extension,
maybe once the season starts or something. Maybe I don't know. I don't know how they do it. That's not my.
It could be a budget thing. Their money doesn't go into the cap. I don't think. Does it?
I would hope not. And I was thinking about that when I heard about it, but because I don't know if that their money is accounted in the cap, then but it shouldn't. But again,
anybody in the chat that knows if administration costs goes under the cap, enlighten us. I hadn't thought about that.
Yeah, they're the best of both worlds, man. When it comes to general manager, a general manager and a head coach, and this is they're both their first run. You know what I'm saying, in the positions, and look at the success.
I'm telling you,
that's
the thing.
Between a head coach and general manager, this is just I don't know, it's a match made, man. And I don't see there being anything to really worry about. Like I believe that was it IB talking about not really worrying about the George Kittle thing, maybe, because if we're if Kyle's getting his extension, then maybe we don't need to worry as much as we are about the George Kittle thing. I'm hoping that he's right about that.
Little Sebastian says only the players are involved in the cap. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, it would make sense. It would make sense.
Yeah, because that'd be too much of a strain on the cap, and they'd have to extend that cap more than they got it now. All the coaching staff and everybody else kind of. I remember that being a case a while back. Maybe not. Okay.
Yeah. Well, I'm just glad we got it. We got Kyle again. For another couple of years, and we needed to do that and make sure we do that with John too here pretty soon, because can't have one and not the other. I don't think that's going to ever make any damn sense, and I'm more than sure that that's what they're probably already getting going now, as far as Jed and everybody making sure that they get John going next. And,
yeah, because it's you got to keep those guys together. John's probably not feeling any pain about it. He knows. Yeah, so one at a time.
With the next 5-6 years, we need to be in the talks. It needs to be or 10 years. Shit, let's extend it out. Let's try to be in the talks for the next 10 years.
Let's just take over the 20th, the beginning of the first decade, the second decade. Let's see, 10, 20. Let's that's 30. Shoot, man, third decade? Third decade, 2025, 30. Yeah, let's just look forward to 2030 and the 49ers domination. Or if not domination, always end the conversation as to who's going to be on top. Because these guys know what they're doing. This is football guys.
Yeah, how you feeling about it all?
Oh, I'm loving it because I've been a Kyle Shanahan fan, huge Shanahan fan. Even when I was arguing with people when they said, "Oh, let's go get the OC over in New England." I said, he's okay, but I seen him fail over with the Broncos. So I'm not feeling Josh. I do like Shanahan, though, because I love his play. I always loved his play calling. And I love what he did with the Atlanta Falcons. That's what this team needs. We haven't had offense, because Ellis, at that time, we didn't have no offense. We was all about defense with Harbaugh. We was all about defense even before Harbaugh, for the most part. We had a few offensive sparkles here and there, but not many. Right? But now this guy's hardcore offense, and it shows. We're scoring points. And we get a defense that's like this. Ellis, this team is dangerous. It was young last year. Oh, they're not going to stay young forever. Man, they could kick some butt this year.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. It's it's proven. So you know what I mean. He's got something to, as far as Jed is concerned, he's got something to keep himself, feeling good about the organization and the team, considering where we were at. Because I know myself and a lot of us were giving Jed shit, and they had that blimp. Remember they had that blimp floating around telling them to quit. That they were asking him to resign and all that.
Pulling the banner.
Oh, that plane, yeah.
I mean, flying.
Yeah, with a banner on it.
Sitting in the stadium, and that thing's flying over the head. I'd be sitting back in the back with a bag. Oh man, I don't want nobody to know who I am. That's embarrassing.
Trying to suffocate myself. Yeah, but that's good though. Jed made a good decision, man. So we're all in the clear. Yeah. I'm glad Kyle's back, retained and stuff. We needed him, and we're just gonna keep it moving. I can't wait to see what happens with this offense, man. The defense, I feel like we're already kind of going to be a sealed deal. And we got K1, and we got a lot of guys, man. We got to keep in consider too when it comes to retaining, because K1 is really important on the defensive side of the ball, man.
Yeah, that's something they got to work out with them 1-year contracts. All right, Phil. Let me see tomorrow.
Yeah, but okay, champ. Yeah. Y'all download that Ronbo Sports app, man. Hit the like, get the subscriptions going. We going up, like I said, man. We can't go down. We only going up.
Yeah.
Shout out to you, Ronbo, as always, family.
Thanks, Ellis.
Love,
all right, fam. Nice.
Respect. Peace.
Hey, Shay.
Yo, Ronbo.
Shay. Well, Shay,
what's up, Ronbo?
I'm telling you, man, I'm loving it, man, because, it's time. Anytime I get excited, I need to order me a pizza, you know what I'm saying? So, if the 49ers are going to jump up and on a Monday, he could have did it Friday. Friday's the most festive day of the week. Jed waits Monday. I'm going to make y'all feel good on Monday, man. I'm going to sign Kyle 6 more years. Oh!
No, you're absolutely right, Ronbo. Everybody's ecstatic about the news, nonetheless. I mean, by far, I think Kyle Shanahan is the first priority over everybody else, to be honest.
Actually, yep.
If we're being real, he's the most important person in the franchise, by far. It's not even close. Without his geniusness and his mind and his creativity, the Niners wouldn't be in the situation that they're in. So, I mean, it's interesting because I'm wondering if there was talks about doing them both at the same time, him and John Lynch. So we'll just have to see if they're going to extend John Lynch and see what happens with that. But
he's got to ask. He's got to ask Kyle
as
first,
much as I like,
because that's Kyle's GM. You know how he does. Yeah.
That is. Yeah. Well, yeah, that is. I think everything goes through Kyle. I know that John Lynch is the GM. He's probably on the phone, and I think John Lynch does a great job. But I think because he makes such a good GM is because Kyle kind of calls the shots, but John Lynch has the connections throughout the entire NFL because he's a former player. Mm-hmm. So, and, he has a lot of colleagues that he played on the field with, what I'm saying, like you were talking or somebody was saying about the relationship that he had with Elway. So, I mean, you get those nice buddy-buddy relationships. They'll kick a couple deals here and there. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I'm really ecstatic. I think that was the most important person this entire offseason that the 49ers had to re-sign or extend, not re-sign, but extend. And we got it done. So
I
already think the off-season, besides the draft picks, are already a win. By far.
Hey, Shay, you know what you just said? They don't make a lot of mistakes. When they do things well, they do it real well. You know what I'm saying? That's what I like about these guys. They are splash performance. You picked up Nick last year. You got Trent Williams. How the hell did you get Trent Williams? My God! We lose Joe Stanley, we get Trent Williams. Javon Kinlaw.
Oh, yeah.
I got a feeling he's going to be a beast. We just lost to Forrest Buckner. We picked up Javon Kinlaw? What?
Oh, yeah. Oh, definitely. And I think the Williams thing is so important because he doesn't really even need to do anything. Like, he already knows the system because he's already played in it. So, it's just, I'm telling you, these decisions that they make, it's just it blows you away. You're like, oh my God, these guys know what they're doing. They're control the situation. And like I said, I forgot one of the CBS reporters said that, or I think they were Pro Football Focus analysts, but if you were to take the front office aspect, I think they said the 49ers have the best in the organization, just solely upon contract itself. They do such a good job at team-friendly contracts that it protects the team and it also lets the player get their money.
And Shay, just because they haven't been around long enough is the only reason why they won't say things. Because the Packers front office is an old front office. The Patriots, they got to all give those dudes their props. But honestly, who's doing a better job than the 49ers? They killed it in this free agency and the draft. Had no picks, came away with nothing but high quality picks. And Shay, who was your favorite wide receiver in this draft?
My favorite? Well, I was leaning towards either Ruggs or Judy. Those two were
And guess what? And guess what the consensus is? The consensus is by a few, but not consensus, but a lot of people believe that Kyle Shanahan picking up. I mean, Brandon, I didn't even know what an Ayuk was. They believe in Shanahan's system he could be a potential rookie of the year. I'm telling you, man, they know how to pick players for their system, and suddenly your name becomes bigger
Absolutely,
depending upon where you go. I'm telling you, I'm
Yeah, facts, Rumble.
impressed.
No, you're absolutely right, Rumble. Like I said, nobody knew. Like I said, the curveball they threw when they drafted McGlinchey, when everybody was expecting like a linebacker, a defensive player. Then, like a lot of people, especially a lot of the dudes from TNT, and a lot of people that call in were saying, like, "Hey, man, don't be surprised if he gets a guy that you don't see." And nobody. I mean, I wouldn't say a lot of people chose Ayuk. I heard some people mention it, but I damn sure wasn't on my radar because I'm like, I think there's barely talent. But all of a sudden they grabbed Ayuk, and I'm like, okay, well. Hey, they took their guy, but I mean that's pretty much the guy that Kyle wanted. So, like I said, like we all know what we think he wants and what we think he should get. But Kyle's gonna get his guy that says, "Nah, this is the guy that's actually gonna fit this scheme. This is the guy that I can, get open, and then I can let him do the yak after and let him do his thing." And I think that's like the most important thing is that Kyle's gonna get people that fit his scheme to a T, and then he'll worry about whatever else after. Which
sense.
I mean, that's why the guy's a genius, best head coach in the league, man. I'm telling you, it's not even close. I understand Sean Payton, Bill Belichick, those guys are great, but as far as the offensive mind and stretching the defense, I'm telling you, I'll never forget this one play. Real quick, I'll never forget this one play from the Vikings. It was I think it was on the 20-yard line, and we got down to like the one before Garoppolo threw it to KB for a touchdown. He faked the screen. He faked the screen to Debo. Kittle came out like he was going to block it. They made a hard turn slant, and he caught it right before he was about to score, but they tackled him. But it's just like the geniusness of this man, and you're just like, God damn, this dude is good at what he does. And it just goes to show, like, he makes anybody a star. I know, I mean, there's a lot of important pieces into his offense. We know that, like Kittle being one of them, and then obviously having two good tackles for run blocking is also a key component, and then also obviously having your yak guys, to take pressure off, deep routes and tackling in between the numbers like they do. Throwing in between the numbers.
We got to pull up. But what you're saying is what Kyle has done is anticipated what will work in his system and what will make this car run fast. You got to pick. You get McGlinchey, you get this guy, you get this guy. I put them together with this guy and this guy. This is going to make this work. He's so calculating.
Hey, Ronbo, one last thing before we go, but Ronbo, you're absolutely right. Like, he's literally seeing all these things. Like, he got McGlinchey, he got this guy, he got that guy. He got Kittle. They got all these pieces, bro, that nobody was like, oh, who are these guys? Who are these guys? Oh, what the hell? They didn't draft who I wanted. Oh, that's that. Then all of a sudden, you're seeing this offense run like a well-oiled machine, and you're just like, holy crap, this dude is literally all his things came into fruition, and now we have one of the best offenses in the league, man. Dude's a genius.
Einstein.
All right.
My God.
Einstein-esque. All right, Ronbo. Shout out to my TNT guys, Ronbo, and you have a good one, brother. And I'll see you next time.
I'm looking forward to tomorrow, Shay. Be back. All right. And we roll on over here. Hey, John V.
Ronbo, what's happening, brother?
All right, John. I really appreciate this club, man. John, this is why I call the 49ers my safe haven. When the world is just cracking me up and making me crazy, you just start thinking about the 49ers. And then Jed York, he goes ahead and he takes some maple syrup and puts them on them pancakes. And I'm a pancake kind of guy. So all of a sudden I'm waking up. What? I said, God, Jed, no, you what? Now you know what you're doing. Instead of getting guys, no more of Trent Baalke football will ever happen to 49ers because Jed learned from that and apparently learned really well. He's a sharp kid. So, he signs Kyle because I got to tell you, John, if Kyle is a free agent for a half a minute, he is hired by somebody immediately and for huge money.
Yeah,
so Jed says, cut that out right now. What are your feelings on this, John?
Yep. I mean, I'm excited, Ronbo. I mean, clearly coming off Chip Kelly, Tom Sula twice, I think.
Yeah.
Nolan was. I mean, there are some years from here, Ronbo, that really made you wonder. And even the 2018 season, where between Nick Mullins and what's his face,
CJ.
Ronbo, his name's our backup QB. What he's flipping on
CJ
me.
Beathard?
DJ Beathard, between watching those games, watching us lose in the fourth quarter with like 2 minutes left, that got old to me after a while. But
against Green Bay, right?
I'm excited, Ronbo, to know that we've got Kyle locked down for 5 years with a young core means that we're going to be contenders in the West for a little bit. So I'm pumped. I think it's great. I think it's real great. This could be the youngest squad we've had that we can actually go the distance with, because we've always had, when we were contenders, we had these guys at their a little bit out of their prime, like Patrick Willis and Navarro Bowman, and having the Cowboy and all those guys. Upati was on that squad. There were tons of guys. We had tons of talent, but they were only good for what, two seasons, and then that team fell apart.
And mentally, you start to slide too at that point in your career, you know. And even Joe Staley this past year. Remember, Joe was talking about his aches and pains. Joe never talked about aches and pains. He was this year.
Never. I had no idea that he had deteriorating going on in his neck.
Yeah.
You know, that farewell choked me up, man. But sad. I hate to see those guys go, but you know, there's something about it. There's a bittersweet ending to it when there's one left. I don't know what it is. Knowing that Joe was the last of an older group of guys that just played the game differently before all these rules came in within the last 5 seasons. These guys, you know, it's tough to watch. It's tough to see all those guys. Ronbo, Justin Smith, I love that dude. You know, to see the last of these guys, and just to see Joe be the last of the guys to go.
Bowman,
it was something about just one guy left that made it bittersweet. You know,
I got to tell you though, John,
stomach, but
that block that Joe Staley laid out for Alex Smith, who was that we were playing? I have yet to see anybody emulate that. Now McGlinchey did a great job last year when he led most of it into the end zone. But that shot, Joe Staley was fast. I mean, Joe could run. Joe sprinted down the field. He annihilated that one dude he had to annihilate.
It was awesome.
God, man. That's Joe. Jesus Christ.
I mean, what are you going to do, Ronbo? It's tough to see him go, and I'm glad we have Trent. But, I mean, about Kyle, he's a wizard. That dude is wearing a hat. He's just a wizard, dude. Every time I see that guy, I'm thinking to myself, he's holding this piece of paper on the sideline running up and down. He glances at it for a millisecond. There's nothing on that damn thing. It probably doesn't even say anything.
Ooh, I bet you're right.
You know, Kyle's got it all in his head, man. He's got it all in his head, Ronbo. He's a Shanahan. He came from a hell of a his father was an excellent coach. And I'm sure he is coaching up Kyle in the background too. You know, giving him pointers.
He argues because, everybody's dad. Your dad, no matter what, your dad always thinks he knows more than you do. I don't care what you are. Your dad's always going to come in and tell you what's right and wrong. Yeah, you know he does.
Right.
And how's Kyle going to argue?
I mean, he's coming from an old scheme too. They played the game differently when his father was coaching. So now, you know, he can only bring relevance to, you know, position personnel. Like, it doesn't matter how the game changes, Ronbo. You still need exactly these many people, period. Ow. And it's great, Ronbo. I'm glad to have Kyle. Now, who the hell we pair up with Kyle in the next 5 years? That makes me wonder, dude, we're going to lose everyone in the next 5 years.
Well, here's the thing, John. That's what I feel good about. As guys go, guys are going to be coming in. See, that's why I appreciate what Jed did, because you can see these guys know what they're doing. The more experience they have in the positions they're in now, the better they're going to get. These guys are savants. These guys are the guys that they don't do anything and just do it only so well or good or really great. Right. These guys are going to be the best of the best. Kyle's amazing. And John's right with him. He's not getting the love right now, but John knows who to pick to help him out. And he's getting tutored while all this is going on, by the way, too, John. So John's going to, even if Mayhew and Peters leave, I think John's still going to be able to handle things because he knows everybody in the league.
John and Kyle have a solid relationship. I think that tandem will stick around for a while, Ronbo.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
I think it's going to be. I think we've settled into a really comfortable spot, and I'm glad to see the franchise go. Before, Jed was kind of stuck in the middle between, you know, Tom Sula, basically 2 interim positions.
Friend of the family.
In 5 years.
Yeah.
You know, Chip Kelly, you know. Jed
That was
York was
Trent's
kind of
fault.
sticking between.
Yeah.
Jed didn't have a pair in those early years. He didn't really know what was going on.
Well, Jed didn't know what was going on, John. We're talking about a kid who came in. His father just sort of threw that in his lap. If anything, I really wish his dad would have had his sister take over the 49ers. She was already doing well with the kid. What hockey franchise? She was doing. It was the Kings.
Right.
She was doing well with
it
them.
Was actually she.
Sharks?
I'm not too sure what she had as far as hockey. I know Jed was getting into soccer at some point while we sucked real bad.
Yeah. So
And I was questioning where he was at.
Yeah, he didn't know.
And Jed I really wanted him to back off Harbaugh.
Yeah. Well, that's because Trent was manipulating him and turning. It was like, listen, if you listen to me, I can run this club. I don't need a guy running around here disrespecting you, disrespecting me, and thinking he's running things around here. Trent, shut up! We had a good coach. Yeah. It's too late.
They between the two of them, between he twisting words, they chased Harbaugh out. That was we could have had a good thing.
John, we got to go.
It was what it was.
I'm going to see you tomorrow, all right?
Always a pleasure, Ronbo.
Same here, fam.
Take care of yourself.
Night.
All right, my man. Good night. Bye-bye.
Night, John. The history. Fam, the history of the 49ers, even over the last 10 years, maybe it just, God, that's what makes you enjoy these moments, Oh, Shirley.
Hey, what's the topic tonight, Rumbo?
Shalil, you're going to love it because we're talking about Zeke Elliott testing positive for COVID-19 and how the Cowboys are going to be demolished by the 49ers. So, we're appreciating Kyle Shanahan tonight, first and foremost, and looking forward to the future with a really outstanding coach. But, Shalil, your feelings on this tonight is what I want.
Before we get to Kyle, Dak called me today.
Again?
Yeah, he called me again, but this time he was crying.
Well,
he said, he said, I lost my job, and they won't give me any money. How about them cowgirls? How about them lambs? How about them Seacocks?
Yep.
How about them Dirty Bird Arizona Cardinals? And last but not least, how about them Oakland, Las Vegas, Trader Raider Chippendale?
Da, 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 da. Boom, 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 bam, bam, boom, bam, bam, boom. Shalil, I thought about you when that notification came up on my phone from was it ESPN? I don't know which came. Anyway, Zeke Elliott and a number of Texans have contracted COVID-19. I read it.
He did get COVID.
I know.
Zeke did get COVID.
You guys, man, I was worried about.
That's from having the party.
Yeah. See, you got to know when to quit playing. COVID-19. You know what? With the guys like that at their age and the conditions they're in, it's probably not going to hurt them. The danger is if they take it around somebody else, old, and that takes them out. But the funny thing is, COVID-19 is ridiculous. You can just walk down the street, I got a feel in the air, and just breathe. And that's the most aggressive virus I've ever heard of. So you got to be careful out here. And so, yeah, that's just hilarious. You got to and they're lucky nobody's in the locker rooms. This was scary. Shalil, I've already thought about this in one of my worst nightmares. So you know what? What if on 1 week, one guy in your locker room gets sick? Does that mean the whole team is quarantined? You have to forfeit that game?
Man, we better bring some Febreze.
Oh.
Lysol, everything. You name it. Clean that locker room.
I had to tell the guys, hey, look, guys, you know what? I can't have you guys socializing. What do you mean? No, guys. You're a football player on a professional team. You guys got to stay away from the germs out there, man. If one guy gets sick, guys, We forfeit a whole week. Why? Because we got nobody to play. Oh! I don't know if they can handle this.
Yeah, Ronbo. But we'll handle those protocols unlike the Cowgirls. With the Kyle Shanahan contract, man, Jed York needs to give Lynch the contract. Now you can sit back and let the train ride.
Yes.
Drink whatever drink you want.
Get the bandwagon guys off.
Say it again.
I said, get them bandwagon guys off the train before we go, though. Just throw them out.
Yeah,
Okay,
get them off the train. Yeah. If you weren't with us, with York, or not York, sorry. If you weren't with us with Chip Kelly,
yeah. Even Tom Sula.
Tom Sula, too. Oh. But, he could sit back, relax, grab whatever drink he wants. Got to sign Jed York, and we got to sign Kittles, and let this thing ride.
You mean John Lynch? Yeah.
There's good. Yeah, John Lynch. And this ride is going to be smooth. I'm telling you.
I look so forward.
They got everything going.
And look ahead about 3-4 years. Let's say, man, how many? I can see a title within the next 2 years for sure. If not this year, which I probably think they will, though, the following year for sure. Man, because these guys just know how to run a club. The locker room's happy. The players play hard for Kyle and John. I mean, this is just really an operation that's really fun to watch.
And I like to thank Jed York because he's not like that stupid idiot from the Cowgirls, Jerry Jones, always butting in the media. Jed stopped doing that. He's in the office. He's got other work to do.
You don't hear from him. Exactly.
You don't hear from him.
You don't hear. The media's not doing interviews with him. It's a great thing.
Great thing.
Yeah, it took a long time to get here, Shalil. We went through some very hostile periods, boys. Since 2015.
Very hostile.
15. God. Sell the team, Jed! Jesus Christ, you don't know what you're doing. Get out of here. Oh, now look. I love it. Take that plane down. We don't need that anymore. God. Yeah. So you remember that when we were raising funds? They were collecting from 49er fans, raising funds to take the plane up, to fly that banner over Levi Stadium during the course of a game. How many? I've never seen that before, Shalil. Is there another team? I don't know why they don't do it in Texas, but I've never seen anybody do that to their owner. That's hilarious. We did. Sell the team, Jed. Fly back. Come back around again. Sell the team, Jed.
There's good things happening in Santa Clara.
Yes.
Very, very good things. This is some good times right now, Ronbo.
Hey, buy yourself a pair of shades, Shalil. You're going to need them because the future's going to be so bright.
Oh, very bright.
Shalil, we got to go.
The Hot Boys.
Oh, God, I can't wait for that Dallas game. Oh.
Shout out to the Niner Empire. Thank you for the platform, Ronbo.
Hey, thank you, fam.
And hit those likes and wash those hands.
Yes, please don't get that dreaded virus.
Night, guys.
Leo, have a good night, fam.
You too.
Santana.
What's up? You doing?
Santana, the KYLE. You know what I'm saying, man? You got Kyle. Jed wouldn't resign the man. I'm looking so forward. There's nothing to worry about. I wasn't worried anyway because I knew he was going to resign him. I didn't know he was going to do it right now. So I said, well, we ain't got to wait to celebrate. Gosh. God. Yes, Jed. Good move. The only thing that can equal this, Santana, or near it, is when they finally said George Kittle has signed a 5-year contract. Oh, my Lord. Oh, God. Oh, too much good news. Too much. But Santana, what are you thinking?
Hey, Ronbo, I got home and I looked at my phone and it just went up, and I saw on YouTube. I went on YouTube and I just saw Kyle Shanahan getting signed, and I was like, what? Like, is this new or whatever? And I saw that he's getting extended. I was like, hell yeah, I was like, we got the best coach for 6 more years.
Yes.
The best coach in the NFL for 6 more years. I mean, he's going to be able to fucking build the 49ers in his own image, in his own way, And I think now he can sit back, be more. I mean, he could be more relaxed and actually have a lot more time to build a better structure of a 49er team than what it is now.
Hey, Santana, you make a good point, because they may have been emergency piling, maybe thinking in terms of, we got to hurry up, we got to get this guy, now they don't need to relax, but they can think a little more clearly if you're not under extreme pressure. Good point. Excellent point.
Yes, sir. And I mean, about John Lynch, I mean, he's gonna get extended too, Ronbo. It's gonna happen. It's just a matter of time when. I mean, he does a great job in the, he does a great job in the office and getting those players that the 49ers need or that fit that scheme. He does a very great job of scouting players too. And then, I mean, I just think that Kyle and John just have a good eye on players, like scouting players and stuff like that. They have a great, so they know how to identify talent and they know how to coach him up and bring him up, so.
And which guys are going to be coachable to make work in this system. Because, because I didn't know about Ayuk, but I'm looking forward to Ayuk look at Debo. Debo's an excellent example.
Debo,
I didn't have Debo picked out for my first round or my first receiver off the list last year. But they got the right dude. He works in Kyle's system perfect. I figure Ayuk does too.
Dude.
Look at Dre Greenlaw. Who knew he was going to come in?
Who knew? Yeah.
Man, they know what they're doing. Good.
Yeah,
so
definitely,
good,
man. And I think they've learned their lessons on staying away from certain players, like a Reuben Foster type of player and stuff like that. And now they're just trying to get players that are just like hard workers. They love the game of football, and because they always preach it all the time when they go into interviews. They always say they want to find players that love the game of football, that are hardworking players. Pretty much saying like keep their head down and just stay in the game, and that's it. And they've done a great job so far. Where like the names you mentioned, like Greenlaw, Deebo Samuels, and not to mention Kendrick Bourne, and I think he's
Kendrick is the number one candidate for that. What we're talking about. Kendrick Bourne has been growing for years, but how many people did he make mad? He made me mad, and he's my dude. But they waited, let him keep going because he's got potential. Look where he is now. Kendrick's will be one of the main dudes this year too. Watch see.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I think he gained a couple. He gained a couple muscles. He looks a little thicker and body frame and stuff like that.
He looks big.
And he looks big. And I think he's gonna be a red zone monster this year, Ronbo. I feel like he's gonna be those red zone guys that you're not gonna be able to stop.
And Santana, did you notice Kendrick on run plays? Kendrick has got that scheme down. Kendrick was sealing off dudes.
Yeah.
I mean, Kendrick is just, he's got this Shanahan football down.
He's hungry. He's a perfect example, Ronbo, with what Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch want in players. He's a perfect example right there, hardworking. Just because they get other receivers in the draft, he don't put his head down or he doesn't shy back. He's like, all right, then you guys think
y'all got to come get me out of here,
receivers?
Dude.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. He goes in there and he fucking works hard and be like, try to get me out of here.
Always.
So.
Man.
So yeah, Ronbo, for me, man, I'm excited that they signed Kyle Shanahan, man. He's, like I said, I feel like he's a new generation type of coach.
He actually is. You're right. Another good point. New generation.
And I think we, like I said, I think we're gonna have a couple Super Bowls with him, man. So
I would guess that myself, at least 2.
Yeah, no doubt. But and like I said, Ronbo, I'm happy, and that's it, man. That's all I gotta say for tonight.
All right, fam. Good stuff,
I'm very happy.
I'll be back tomorrow looking for you,
man,
too.
Ronbo. Yeah, for sure, man. You have a good one, man. It's a good day today to be a 49er fan.
Ain't it? Night, Santana.
All right, later, Ronbo.
All
See you,
right.
man.
Oh, I like that. It is a good day to be a Niner, ain't it? It really is. Every day is. But you get other days that have exclamation points on it. You know what I mean? MGM, let's go to Vegas. MGM.
Let's put some money down. I'm ready.
Yeah. What's up,
I
fam?
think we got some good odds on these Niners this year.
Oh, man. And game after game, too. You look down the schedule, I think we're favored for most of them. But that games that we ain't favored, put the money on that, too. Because the spread is going to be, because all the spreads are short now. You know, the 49ers not going to, if it's a win for the other team, it's going to be like a 3-point to 5-point, right? If it's the Niners, I figure it's going to be a few games where it's going to be 6 to 10 points, right? So this is going to be a fun year to try to bet because you can still lose money betting on the Niners because the Niners may clown in the fourth quarter. Shoot, man, we got a 25-point lead, man. I got my money counted. And then the 49ers start calming down. And in the fourth quarter, just by 1 point, you lose your money. Now I'm mad. Happy and mad.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. That New England game looks gonna be a little tough this year. That New England
you think
Patriots
so?
game.
Without Brady,
road game, Garoppolo.
Yeah.
Belichick's defense is,
true.
Still gonna perform.
But who's quarterback? What is that dude's name? When you gotta say, what is that
Stidham.
dude's name? I don't know. Can he whoop anybody?
Hoyer.
I know Hoyer. Is Hoyer back in New England? I mean, he left for a minute.
No, he's there. He's there.
He is there. Somebody give me in the chat if you remember the dude's starting quarterback. Help me out here. I mean, really, I can't imagine this guy. I can't wait to see him. I don't think they're going to win the division. I really don't. But MGM, what do you think about Kyle?
Buffalo.
Yeah.
He's great. It's like night and day. From Tom Sula to Chip Kelly.
Well, that is so true.
By the way, Tom Sula, I believe he's the defensive line coach for the Cowboys this year.
Wait,
with
is it the
Alden
Cowboys?
Smith back there.
Whoa.
Yeah, he's coaching the Cowboys D-line this year.
Oh, I knew he was coaching somewhere, but I know it's Dallas. I forgot.
That Alden Smith. So I can't wait to see Trent Williams put Alden Smith on his ass if he makes it to Week 10.
I know.
If he makes it this far.
Hey, MGM, I'm going to be mad if Alden Smith makes it to Week 10. Because I'm going to say, Alden, you went 10 weeks, didn't get no trouble at all. How come you couldn't do that when you was with us? No, he's got it.
That was devastating. We couldn't, keep some of these guys, but who knows? Hard. That might have been part of the problem with Bulky and.
They're saying that now. I heard about that afterward too. Yeah, why we have all them dudes, man?
I know Harbaugh was hard to work with, right?
Well,
so maybe
I think maybe
part of
Yeah, he didn't put the hammer down on them dudes though. That's the thing. Trent was running the team back then. I think Harbaugh was just a good. Trent told him, "Okay, you take care of the guys on the field. Anything takes place off the field, stay out of my way. I'll handle it." Hey, that's what the problem is, Trent. Nobody can relate to you.
He handled himself out the office.
Yeah. God. Anyway, man, what are you seeing in the future of the 49ers with Kyle Shanahan running the show? Him and John Lynch, man, because them dudes, man, they work well together.
I love. I know we're more finesse now. From when Harbaugh was running the team, we were more like a power kind of.
True.
Power run, Frank.
I'd
like to see
defense.
Clean up some stuff on the goal line. Yeah, we had the elite top 5 defense in the league with that heavy power run game with Frank. But I think he gets a little bit cute. I love his scheme. He's offensive genius and whatnot. But I think he's just a little cute goal line. I like to see more just straight up the gut instead of doing all this ghost motion stuff. Try to fool the defenses.
Oh,
God. But that power run, the goal line,
You point out something that's very interesting, too, about Kyle Shanahan. Football evolves, like what? I would say every 4 years or so. It used to be all about the run game years ago. Then the league went to, now it's a passing league, right? I have a feeling Kyle Shanahan, you notice how him and Bobby Turner, they got an elite run game. And when the passing game is done right, it's one of the best in the league. So Kyle Shanahan, he evolves trend and fashion and the latest thing. His game will travel down through the years into the next whatever. Kyle will be ready. This is what's so amazing about this dude. There is no football beyond Kyle Shanahan football. He is the standard.
Right.
He just amazes me.
Well, yeah, I like that about him, but I think sometimes it can be the play calls can be a little too complex. Just trying to get a play in, like kind of Garoppolo struggle, right?
But that's because
Super Bowls,
that's because he was in his first year.
That one.
Yeah.
Oh, obviously. Yeah.
But if he learns it, he's gonna be better for it.
Right. And they said when he was with Atlanta, Matt Ryan, it took him 3 years just to get it down.
I heard he's still mad about that.
Right. I mean,
mad. And he was the MVP. God.
Right. That's that was what Tony Gonzalez, Devontae Freeman, Tevin Coleman, Julio Jones. And that goes to show how many picks did they give up for Julio Jones? That GM, like years of first and second round picks.
And then Julio, his game fell off because Julio's never had a year like he did with Kyle Shanahan since Kyle left, Right. So Kyle Shanahan, the dude, he can get the best. Whatever your potential is, Kyle will help you get there. That's what I love about it.
Right.
Hey, MJ, let me sit him off, fam. I'm gonna come on back and talk some more ball. You got time?
All right,
looking for
Ronbo.
you. All right, fam. Good to hear from you again too.
Good talking to you. Have a good night.
Night. And hey, Tony.
Oh, you got me stuff in my face.
Tony, what? What happened?
I was just sitting down having some coffee and cheesecake.
Oh God, my favorite. And listen, is it just straight cheesecake, or has it got a fruit topping on it, or is it chocolate marble through there, anything like that? Tony, you shouldn't have said the word cheesecake. I'm a huge cheesecake fan. I'm that guy that if we're having cheesecake for dessert, you know how you go to the grocery supermarket, you get one cheesecake? I always get two because one cheesecake is for me and the other one's for sharing for everybody else. God, I love cheesecake. Woo! Right up there with pizza with me. God. It's not a good healthy thing to do, though. You got to be careful with that cheesecake. That's a lot of calories. Tony, man, listen, Kyle Shanahan's got an extension on that, and we can look forward to real, serious football for years to come. How you feeling about that?
Very good. It's good. It'll settle the players down, the team down. They know they've got a coach for a while, and as long as he doesn't stuff up another Super Bowl.
I know. Hey, but Tony, you know what? You mentioned that, and I want to say this about that. You know what? Kyle, and there is still some things he's learning about. The Falcons game, I would have thought that he learned, but it's a different situation, a little different from this one. So Kyle is learning and growing, because remember, he's just now 40 years old. As a coach, that's kind of young. So you figure Kyle is going through some growing pains. He's excellent at what he does, but there's some things I bet he won't do again. And if he says, though, and every presser, Coach, you did this, this, and this. At the time, do you still think that was the best thing to do? Kyle stood right up.
Yeah.
No, blah, 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 blah. And if I had a chance, I'd make that same call again. And you're thinking, Kyle, are you serious? He's not. I bet you he won't.
Nah, I hope he doesn't. But look, put it this way, John Lynch, if you have a look at John Lynch's scenario when, they called him to join up with Kyle Shanahan, he didn't have to leave his cushy little job up there, in the commentary box, calling the games, easy job, good money.
Yeah.
These guys got together and they got together to be serious, You can see how they are when they move players around. Matt Breeder's not there. Who else is is gone. You know, they want perfection, and they didn't join up not to win a Super Bowl.
True.
I think they got 2 or 3 in them at least. And, you know, together as a duo, you know, obviously along with the rest of the coaches, I mean, I've thought about, you know, what do we do when Bobby Saleh leaves?
Oh.
Yeah, if someone gives him a coaching
and
job.
That scares me. I got to have them both. But Sal's not going to stay with us forever. He's going to get another offer next year.
So we've collectively we've got a great group of guys that work harmoniously together. There's never been any arguments. I mean, there's never been anything bad about the club, you know, bickering or anything like that in the press. So
never hear it.
We've got a great bunch of guys, and we've got a great football team. I think we've got a better football team than we did last year.
We do, actually. We need to see just how good Javon Kinlaw is. But you know what? I honestly believe just through maturity alone, from last year's boneheaded mistakes that they won't be making again, most likely, you grow from that, and that makes you a better team right there, Tony. Right there. That's all it takes.
I mean, Kinlaw's, what's he got on Buckner? 30 pounds in your language? 30
and a
pounds
bad
more.
attitude. I think he's a meaner guy. Buckner was a nice guy.
I think his get-off is just as quick, maybe a little bit quicker. So I don't think you're going to have any problems there. But, and, you know, the Super Bowl, I mean, Jimmy G copped a lot of crap for that. No, I don't think it's warranted because Jimmy G didn't let 20 points in the last quarter.
See,
Jimmy G got us the lead. We had the lead.
Yep.
But he didn't let 20 points in the last quarter.
Nobody talks about that.
With 6 minutes to go or whatever it was.
Yeah. That happened to Shanahan against the Patriots, too. Nobody talks about that. They only talk about the last offensive play.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think the play with 2 plays, that son of a bloody Bill Vinovich, where he gets hit.
God,
if you slow that play down where Jimmy gets hit in the side of the ear with a helmet, right?
That's 15
No one called. Yeah, no one called it. All right, but if you slow the play down in slow motion, Ronbo, you'll see one of the referees with his bent over with his hands on his knees, directly looking at it.
Yeah.
And then Bill Vinovich doesn't walk. He runs up to Jimmy and says something to the effect of, "Oh, you all right, mate?" And then puts his arm around his back, like, you know, when somebody's trainer's escorting a player off the field, just in case he falls down.
Yeah.
I mean, why would Bill Vinovich run to Jimmy G after that hit?
Because he knows
and not call
it. He knows that he shouldn't have been looking at that play. He's been busted. You see, I still think that game should be investigated, but I said to myself, you know what? I'm not going to cry about this. The 49ers still could have won that game, but damn it, the referees should not be manipulating games. You saw that play. Throw the flag. Oh.
And the other one, I know a lot of our fans that say, "Oh, you can't blame the referees. It's you've got to get on with the game." I understand that, but I also understand that some of these decisions are what we call a turning point in the game.
Yes,
and it matters because even the call, even the throw that Jimmy threw, that all the commentators blast him. He threw it to Emmanuel Sanders. Do me a favour, slow that play down as well, and just before Emmanuel Sanders goes to break on his route to the right, the guy that's chasing, I can't remember who it was, grabs him by the hips, just enough to slow him down, and then lets go of him, and he doesn't make it. He doesn't get to the ball. I mean, Jimmy and Emmanuel Sanders would have thrown that play 1,000 times in practice.
And they said they worked on that play. And Jimmy let that ball fly because that's all he could do was throw it into the end zone because the defender was coming 100 miles an hour. He's got to have faith in Sanders. No, it's all Jimmy's fault. You know what? That's fine. They'll make up for that, Tony. We got to go, fam.
So, You know, you look at it from that perspective. Who let all the points in the last quarter? It wasn't Jimmy.
Yeah. Sherm's taking credit for what he did. Mosley's just learning, so I'm not going to get mad at him. But, you know, it was more than just Jimmy that lost that game.
I like it because it gives them, when they come back this year, they're going to have this I want to kill you attitude to get back to where they were. You know, but
and
don't
learn
tell me
from
they
those
don't.
mistakes. Exactly.
Yeah, they're just as upset as we are.
More so. All right, Tony, let me see you tomorrow, Tony. Enjoy that cheesecake too.
All right,
Tony,
brother.
where's that cheesecake from, by the way? Is that a cheesecake factory? You got Cheesecake Factory in Australia, don't you? Tony, he's okay. Is that Jamie on the phone? I'll find out about that cake later. Jamie.
Hey, how's it going, Ronbo?
Jamie, it's going great, man, because I'm looking into the crystal ball that says, yes, the 49ers are the next dominant team in the NFL. Yes, because you got Kyle Shanahan. Jamie, what are you feeling about that, man? Are you excited about having Kyle Shanahan for years and years and years?
Yep. Well, I don't know why he wouldn't be. You know, the
right?
guys like playing hard for him. Yeah.
They really do.
I don't know about it. Yeah, they just, it doesn't matter how smart he is in the plays and all that. The players play hard for the guy.
I know.
That alone, we should be happy about having him for that long.
Jamie, there's an excellent point, and there's a lot of excellent points being brought up tonight, but the New England Patriots players have gone on record and publicly let people know they do not like Bill Belichick. They respect him, but they don't like him. You know, but guys love Kyle, and they love playing for him. I think that's a better thing.
And they play hard for him. They're going to play as hard as they can because they want to win for him.
See?
You can't buy that with a coach, you know?
You can't. And you can't hire a coach that knows how to make people like him. They either do or they don't.
No.
Yeah.
Exactly. So did you hear about the Cowboys and the Texans?
Yeah, they got COVID running all over their, they're not in a locker room situation yet. But what's going on in Texas?
Yeah. They got a big spike going on down there, and apparently they got it on the team. So, I guess there's a lot of Texans and like 2 Cowboys that got it, or something like that, or vice versa, one or the other.
I love the way that sounds. That's almost comedy in itself. There's a lot of Texans and 2 Cowboys. What is the difference between a Texan and a cowboy? Well, one rides a horse,
I know,
and the other one walks in front of his horse.
Dusty boots.
Ooh, don't get me started with that. But anyway, this is the thing. And with Kyle, you know that the guys are going to come out well prepared and ready to win a football game. That's what I like about the offense. When you see them out there cutting teams up like surgeons, and they're going to get better because this is the 3rd year with Kyle.
Yeah.
And most of the guys he's with now, I can't wait to see what we got coming up next year.
Yeah, I said that on Twitter. They're going to slice people up like a surgeon this year.
I can't wait. We just got a few weeks ago.
They got McKinnon back. They got McKinnon back. They got a whole room full of nice little receivers. I mean, they're going to be slicing people apart.
What
do you think? What do you think that they should give Kittle?
I think George. I wish he'd take 15. 14 would probably.
That's
George
what
would be
I'm
happy
thinking.
with 14, but 14 or 15, he's actually worth it. George does a lot of good things, and he does them perfectly. And I know people say he's a tight end. Give him tight end money. Yeah, but he's more than that. You got to honor that and make him feel good about what he's doing. And he'll God knows if you motivate him even beyond where he is now. Good Lord. So that's why.
Yeah, you would think that they could do some incentives like Sherman did.
Oh, pack it. Even if you give him 14, Jamie.
Yeah.
Pack it. Give him
give him 14 and give him the incentives enough to make him up to 17 or something. He'd probably be happy with it.
His agent should be too. I mean,
Yeah.
So.
I mean, they're asking for what, 20 or something? You can't give him 20.
I think that's something that that's a rumor that has been spread around. I don't think George expects 20. That's not. His agent maybe does. But you heard George. When he talks, he doesn't sound like a guy that wants to gouge the team so far that they can't help him get other players, right? I don't see him thinking that way.
Yeah, because if they did give him the 20, we would lose a lot of players in the upcoming seasons. That would be bad. I don't think George would want that, but
because if they could pay him 20,
like you say, his agent.
Yeah, they would have paid.
I think his agent's only got a few players.
Yeah,
I don't think he's a big agent. I don't think he's, that's the problem.
He's a bargain guy. He's got to get more for each player. Since I don't have a lot of players, guys, I need $20 million. George needs to fire him if he's like that. Exactly. If he's a poverty case, then just let's not work with him. Come on, damn.
Yeah.
So that's a good observation.
Hey, other than that, I don't know anything going on. I seen them all working out down there.
Yeah, they're heading to Tennessee, and Debo's going to catch up with them as they catch up with George and CJ and Trent. And maybe some of the other guys will travel around with Jimmy, too. I don't know how they feel about that because, all those travel expenses and accommodations. I don't know how big a place CJ's got, but, it gets to the point where it's starting to add up so much. How are those guys traveling around, too? I hope they're not flying commercial.
Yeah. No. Well, they have to be flying commercial. I mean, they're not on the team plane.
I know, but I don't. I hope the plane's empty. You know what? This COVID crap is. I mean, people pick it up just sitting at home, minding their own business. God.
Yeah. I told my wife that you get it from talking, and then 2 months later, they say, yeah, you can get it from just talking. It just comes out when you're talking.
Especially if you start talking loud.
It's scary.
Can you see a bunch of sports fans? Or just, oh, man.
Oh, yeah. And the linemen hitting each other and all the breath going out of them right in the other one's face.
Whoa.
Yeah, they're going to have to be tested big time.
It's too bad they can't
devise. You never know who
a helmet.
They better put a couple extra roster spots just for that. It's going to be rough.
Yeah.
If they run it that way.
Got me worried now.
I know.
How are they going to?
Try not to think about it. I want to see Ayuk play.
You need a cushion.
I don't want to.
You have to redesign that helmet. I don't know how they could redesign it, though. So it's comfortable for them to play, yet protects them from any droplets.
If they did a
Jamie,
plastic face mask over. It's not good.
Jamie, that's not. No! We're not even going to talk about this, Jamie. You know what? In the first place, you're going to get tested, and you're not going to be out there sick anyway. So they're going to have tests that can determine whether or not you're positive or not before the game starts. God.
Yeah.
Because, man, if one guy.
Yeah, that's why I say they may have to add a couple of spots because the linemen are going to be the first ones to get it.
No! Because everybody's going to be well before the game. You know what, Jamie? Here's the thing.
Yep.
You figure that's 2 months, 3 months away. Maybe it'll decline because the NFL there's too much money involved here. They're going to have to come up with ways.
Yeah, the money. That's what I'm saying.
You can't
They're
have
not playing.
Crap.
They're gonna play the games. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think they're going to cancel. They're going to play the games.
The NBA, there's close contact in the NBA. Although they had Durant got it. The NBA's got guys that got sick. Of course, they're playing even closer quarters, and they're playing indoors. Jamie, you know what they're doing in Arizona?
Indoors, yeah.
They're encouraging people to do outside activities. So COVID can't settle in the room and start grabbing people.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, Jamie, now see, you brought me down off my high. No!
Well, I haven't called in a while. I had to contribute something.
Jamie, I tell you what, I'm going to go. All right, let's see you tomorrow, okay?
All right.
Night, fam.
Have a good night.
You too. See, actually, I have been thinking about that. And I says, if one guy in your locker room comes in positive, by law, you got to shut the whole locker room down. Can you see? CJ has got COVID-19. CJ's not even playing. I'm thinking of the worst case scenario. CJ, if he's on the team. CJ's not even on the team. So the 49ers are going to have to replay or reschedule this game. Is able to quarantine for 2 weeks. No! He's okay. Where was he standing? He was outside. He's okay. Oh, man. See, because there's going to be rules in place. COVID-19 has killed 100 and how many thousand people? This is serious. So you can't take... Anyway, you know what? It'll be okay. It's... Please, take it away. Anyway, fam, it's gonna be everything's gonna work out. We'll be okay. Fam, hit that like while I go scream. And all right, you know what? We miss what was it? We missed today. We're gonna make it up now. So I'll see you tomorrow. All right. Niners!